Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Skyfall, turn 11.7, Italy. It is July 1941. Italy has one tech roll. I tried for long-range aircraft at an 8 or higher. PB generated a 4, so I failed. Purchases. Italy has 14 IPP to spend. I will purchase 1 infantry for 3, 1 airborne infantry for 3, 1 mechanized infantry for 4, that's 10, and 1 light armor for 4, that's 14. All right, combat movement. Again, this turn is totally attributed to Silk. So he has talked me into a risky attack here in Orel Kursk. There will be a blitzing attack, and I am going to be bringing just 3 units against the 2 militia and the cavalry. So if it succeeds, it was the audacity of Silk. If it blows up, it's totally his fault. I'm not responsible. I was coerced. Okay, so from Lubelski, 2 infantry and 1 medium armor are going to move into southern Belarusia. And I'll bring a fighter up there too, because I need the tactical bomber to make it. And I cannot risk that 25% chance the AA hits, so I am risking a 1/9 chance. Is that right? 1/16th chance that he hits with 2. So I just need him to not hit with 2. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm bringing in a fighter. These are coming in from, what is this? East Poland. Okay, a fighter and a tactical bomber, 2 infantry, and a medium armor are hitting here. This fighter will land in western Ukraine. The tactical will then move a 3rd space into Orel Kursk, so its only legal landing spot will be Smolensk. So if I succeed here in 2 rounds or less, killing these 3 dudes, then I will blitz in with the medium armor and the tactical, and going over there at Orel Kursk will be this medium bomber, 1, 2, 3. So I'll have only 3 units there, the medium armor, hopefully a tactical, and the medium bomber versus 3 units, but my units are much better. But if he gets 2 hits, then I'll have to lose the medium bomber. So I have misgivings about this attack. All right. Then I'm also going to do another attack here into eastern Ukraine. Here is infantry and anti-aircraft artillery from western Ukraine, and this fighter from East Poland, 1-2. It's going to land back in western Ukraine. So I'll have 2 fighters in western Ukraine for next turn. All right. I think those are all my fights. So let's do some combat and see what happens here. Back this off. Well, maybe raise it up a little bit. Then hopefully that'll get everything on. Let's see. I think that's everything. I think that's good. Yeah, sorry. Now I've got everything in frame. That's good. Okay. So let's do the southern Belarusia. I have 2 infantry at 2. 1 hit. And I have 1 medium armor at 6. Miss. And I've got a fighter at 6. Hit. That's 2 hits. And then I've got the tactical at 7. Okay, so I got my 3 hits. This is really important here, the 2 anti-aircraft. 2 at 3. I can handle 1, but not 2. Okay, great. So that was the first hurdle to overcome. And then he has a militia and an infantry. So 1 at 2 with the militia. Miss. And 1 at 4 with the infantry. Miss. Okay, so Northern Belarusia. No, that's Southern Belarusia. Southern Belarusia. I messed up. I rolled a militia. Whatever I rolled for that militia roll, it might have been a hit. So I'll have to watch again because I looked at Northern Belarusia and really it's Southern Belarusia that has the 2 infantry and anti-aircraft. So I might have taken a hit there. If so, I can sustain it with the Italian, but I'll have to watch after the turn and see what happened there. So that's 1 up for Italy and Southern Belarusia, and 1 down for Russia. So Italy goes to 11, Russia goes 45. All right. Now I blitz with the tactical and the medium armor into Orel-Kursk, and it joins the medium bomber. So I've got those 3 units versus 2 militia and a cavalry. So we've got 1 at 6 because of the medium armor. Hit. 1 tactical. This one has target select. That's why I'm rolling at 7. 1 at 7. This is the tactical. That's a miss. And 1 medium bomber. Oh, shit. Okay, so he has 2. He has 3 at 2 because the cavalry is at 2. So, okay, everything missed. So I got 1 hit. He didn't get anything. So the next round, I've got the target select doesn't matter. So I've got 1 at 6. That's the teal, and 2 blues at 7. I need 2 hits. Okay, 3 hits. Great. So even if he hits twice, I'm gonna succeed. Okay. So I land my tactical in Smolensk, and I take Orel-Kursk, and that's worth 2. So Italy goes up to 13, and the Soviet Union drops to 43. And then we've got that attack in eastern Ukraine. My anti-aircraft artillery can't do anything, so I've got 1 shot at 2 with my infantry. Hit. And I've got 1 shot at 6 with my... Wait, that's it. That's all. He only has 1 militia there, so he's got the militia. Miss. All right, so eastern Ukraine. That takes Italy up to 14, and Soviet Union goes to 42. So let's review what it looks like on the map. So I had to land that tactical in Smolensk. It's the price of this attack, and this medium armor is also the price of the attack. So this medium bomber went 1, it was in East Poland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll land in central Romania. And then this fighter that flew to southern Belarus from East Poland, 1, 2, it'll just fly down to western Ukraine. And the fighter that went to eastern Ukraine will fly, well, it flew 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should fly here to central Romania. Let me count that out. 1, 2, yeah, I can't make it back there. Okay, 3. I'll land here in western Ukraine. I don't have the range to make it back to central Romania. All right. Well, that was pretty... The truth is, the only thing was if he got lucky. I just needed to dodge that 1/16. That was the real nightmare scenario. Okay, non-combat movement. From Western Germany, that seaplane is going to move to Eastern Germany. That was a really nice bombing campaign on Western Europe. On Western Germany, I knew that it was a race between me getting improved construction or Panzer J getting long-range aircraft. but I really want to compliment Panzer J. You're so humble. You're so nice. I complimented you on the brilliance of repairing 1 point of damage there, and you gave credit to Hambone for that idea. But boy, was that a good idea! It was Silk's idea to bomb that place, and it was and to lend lease me the strategic bomber to do it, to knock it completely down to nothing, so that then I didn't have to face the anti-aircraft artillery. And then Hambone had the great idea to just repair 1 point of damage so that it brings the anti-aircraft back to life. And if I want to try to turn off the anti-aircraft again, I have to face an anti-aircraft roll to do so. So we'll see if I decide to do that. Okay, the rest of my non-combat movement. I have 1 infantry in East Poland that didn't move. It's just going to move 1 over to Western Ukraine. Here we go. And then from northern Italy, I have an air transport and an airborne, just a little bit to the side here, and they will fly to central Romania. The air transport will carry the airborne to central Romania. All right. And then in southern Italy, I will rail 2 infantry that are there down in southern Italy. They are going to rail to Bessarabia. Okay. And I think then I've got some naval movements down in the Med. So down here, I'm going to have this naval transport that's in I-5 will go up 1. It'll pick up 2 Marines from Tobruk, and then it'll come down here and drop off the 2 Marines in Eritrea. And then my Navy here, everything except the 3 coastal subs. So that's a fleet carrier, a battleship, a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, 4 destroyers, a torpedo boat destroyer, and a naval transport. They'll move 1 over to here, pick up 2 Mountain. So all there is in Tobruk right now is a Marine. And then they'll go down here and they will drop off the 2 Mountains in Eritrea. Okay. And that is the end of my non-combat movement. So placement of units, everything is going to get placed in northern Italy. So I'll place 1 infantry, 1 airborne, 1 mechanized infantry, and 1 light armor in northern Italy. Okay. Collect income. Italy is at 14. Okay. And disposition of forces. So in northern Italy, I have an infantry, an airborne infantry, a mechanized infantry, and a light armor. In Rome, I have 4 militia. In M4, 3 coastal subs. In Tripoli, a militia. In Tobruk, an infantry. In I-5 is a fleet carrier, a battleship, a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, 4 destroyers, a torpedo boat destroyer, and 2 naval transports. In I-4, there's that Italian sub. In Italian Somaliland, 2 militia. In Abyssinia, 2 infantry. In Eritrea, 2 infantry, 2 mountain, 2 Marines. Okay, in Bessarabia, 2 infantry. In eastern Ukraine, just off camera, 1 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft artillery. In western Ukraine, an Italian infantry, a German infantry, 2 Italian fighters. In central Romania, an airborne infantry, 2 German advanced mechanized, German fighter, Italian air transport, Italian medium bomber. In, let's see, is there any Italian in here? Nope. Okay, in southern Belarusia, 1 or 2 infantry. I have to see what that militia role, the red die that I thought was a militia. You can see there's a militia. This force was very similar to this force, and I looked across the board and got mixed up. So I might have only 1 infantry here. Oh, that anti-aircraft gun is dead. Okay. So I might have 1 or 2 infantry in southern Belarusia. In Oral Kursk, 1 medium armor. I think that's everything. Maybe I'm missing. Maybe I didn't go over some disposition, but I think that's everything. I'll post in the first. I'll pin my comment if I did need to take an infantry loss there. Sorry for my confusion. Next up is Boston Bruce with 11.8 KMT and 11.9 USA.